Every week I talk to someone who says they want to get started flipping, but they still haven't pulled the trigger on the first one yet. Now, some of these folks have just learned about flipping cars, but some of you have listened to all 135 episodes of our flipping podcast and still haven't gotten into the game. I'm hoping that this episode will be the boot on your ass that gets you off the sidelines and on to the proverbial playing field to chase your dreams. If you buy and sell vehicles for a profit or you want to, you're in the right place. This is the Flipping Genius Podcast. Our number one goal is to help our listeners make more money. Every episode, we share information, ideas, and experiences of real-life car flippers. I'm Randy Lee. I'm the host of Flipping Genius. I've flipped cars most of my life. For over a dozen years now, I've been a licensed dealer. I am working to build the best podcast about successfully flipping cars for a consistent profit. Let's get to it, flippers. All right. Hey, as we move forward with Flipping Genius, you are going to see some changes. I'll be addressing broader business subjects on a lot of episodes. This comes from requests and inquiries from our audience, forum members, and our coaching clients. We'll begin to do more member-only content. This will enable us to address the needs of our audience, our forum members, and our coaching clients based on their experiences and their abilities and their risk tolerances. So more targeted and also broader information about business and more targeted specific information based on what people are bringing to the table. Today we are going back to basics, the back to basics stuff to help those of you who haven't gotten started yet get going, and to help those of you who feel like you're in a rut get out of that rut and do some new stuff. Now, originally I planned to talk about five first flip opportunities, but I'm shrinking it down to three, partly because I think this is one of those less is more kind of days. I just want to get you going. I don't want to confuse you. So I think it's more important to give you three good ones instead of five that will maybe confuse you. And partly because, frankly, I'm already a day late with today's episode because I've got a full plate, including record orders from my other business, a full inventory of cars on our lot right now, and a brand new second podcast that we launched last week. By the way, it is called On Wisconsin Baby. I invite you to come and listen. It is all about Wisconsin Badger football, which may or may not be of interest to you, but that's the deal. So let's get to it, flippers. Number one, I'm gonna get right to it. Number one, I call this one $500 and a pair of shoes. And I'm telling you what, this will work. This will work. I know you can find vehicles all over the place. I know it. And I know that I have told you this before, but let's make it simple. Simple, simple, simple. Take a walk. Just take a walk. Keep your head on that swivel. Look for vehicles with a flat tire, with the grass growing up around the tires, with those expired tags, or maybe a season's worth of dirt on the windshield and the hood, leaves or other telltale signs of non-use. My beautiful wife's car in the garage right now sat under a layer of magnolia leaves. We live in the South here in Alabama. We have magnolia trees, and there was at least a couple inches worth of magnolia leaves laying on top of the hood and the roof of that car for years. That baby is a gem. I'm telling you, this is real life, real answers right here. Now, this is a difference. I know I've told you that before, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. Now, go knock on the door. Go knock on the door. Knock. I know in the past I've said use Post-it notes, use business cards, uh, you know, and I know that kind of slows you down, but the fact is, if you're moving and moving and you got a lot of stuff cooking, then Post-it notes and business cards are great. But if you're trying to get out of the gate, if you want to get out of the gate, get up on the porch and knock on the door, push the doorbell. If they got a doorbell, hit the doorbell, because I know from personal experience, I'd rather have people ring my doorbell than knock on my door, because I'm thinking, who is that? But knock on the door, ring the doorbell, and get a conversation started. And when they open that door, say, hi, I I saw the vehicle in your driveway with the expired tag or the flat tire or the high grass growing up around it, or whatever else that you saw. And I just wanted to know if you're interested in getting rid of it. Now, I use those words very specifically because I do not want to sound too anxious to buy it. I don't want to say, hey, do you want to sell that? Because if I do that, they know that I want to give them money for their vehicle. They may wind up giving you this vehicle. Joey is a young guy that works with me sometimes, and Joey has gotten cars given to him for free. And I think this happens sometimes. It has not happened to me, this next little idea, but by saying, do you want to get rid of it, they may even pay you to remove it. I know that has happened before for several of my friends, and they have gotten paid $50 just to get that thing out of somebody's driveway. So be careful not to sound too anxious, and they may work out a deal better than you thought. Now, it happens. It does. Now, remember, we are trying to do this for $500 or less. Like I said, $500 on a pair of shoes. So we need to start off with as little out of pocket as possible. And once you get that conversation started, keep in mind, you are here to make money. Only buy what will make you money. And do not be afraid to walk away. If you walk up and you say, hey, I'm wondering if you want to get rid of that Nissan that's in your driveway with the flat tire or the expired tag, and they go, yeah, I want to get rid of that thing. It's a 2003 with 253,000 miles on it, and the transmission has gone out of it. It will not move. I want to get rid of it. And I would take, I don't know, $1,800 for it. Walk away. I don't even negotiate on that thing because I don't want that car. Just frankly, I do not want that car because that transmission is going to cost me $3,000. I walk away. Do not be afraid to walk away. You hold all the cards. $500 a pair of shoes. That's number one. I'm not going to elaborate. We'll talk about a little bit more about how we can elaborate. Number two, we're going to get right down to it, folks. Make a difference in someone's life. That is number two. You may need to make about 5 of these visits before you find an opportunity. But once you do, it will very likely lead to repeat opportunities, and very, very likely without competition. How you like that? I like it. Find a charitable organization, a church, a recovery center, a homeless shelter, a veterans organization, a animal shelter, Alzheimer's Association. Depending on the population of the area where you live, you will find a lot to choose from. Now, normally I would use the phone or possibly email to get this thing going, and that's probably what I would do. But remember, today we're talking about taking action, getting off the sidelines, getting in the game. It's football season, folks. I can't help but think being on the sidelines, get in the game. And I'm serious. What you want to do is walk in the door. Probably make yourself presentable. Sometimes that's a change for me because I'm not always presentable all the time. Make yourself presentable. Go inside and ask something like this. Do you accept vehicles as donations for fundraising for your organization? I'm going to repeat that. Do you accept vehicles as donations for fundraising for your organization? Now, I recognize that this is a little misleading, but my goal is to speak to the person who is on the actual receiving end of these donations. I want to talk to that person who handles the keys to that 2005 Chevy Impala that's out there, or that vehicle that they got in from grandma when she had to go in to the nursing home. That's where a lot of these vehicles come from. They can be gems. Sometimes they've been sitting in the driveway 2 years, but they're still good vehicles. They had to be towed there to be donated. Just painting a picture for you. That's often the case. And now that thing is sitting around back. Now, hopefully the person that you ask the question to, that question, do you accept vehicles as donations for fundraising for your organization? Hopefully the person you ask that question of will access that person and get them into the lobby for you because you walked in the door, or at least provide you with the name and the number so you can follow up. Now, next, you want to explain to them that you are interested in buying their donated vehicles, as is, where is. See, you are the cash button. The cash button. You are the cash button that they need to get out of the headache of owning a donated vehicle that is really of no value to them until they push that cash button. The cash button. Think about that. Maybe I should have titled this the cash button. Again, remember that you are here to make a profit, though. So only buy what will do that for you, what will make you a profit. Only pay a price that will result in that conclusion. Now, be fair, but be smart. Once you create this solution for them, you'll be on the speed dial the next time that they get a vehicle donated to their organization that they can't automatically sell. They're going to think of you. You are the cash button. Now, you're not a big cash button, probably. Be careful. Be careful. Don't give them the idea that you got unlimited amounts of money. You are here to make a profit. That's fine. Don't be embarrassed by that. They understand that you're taking some off their hands that you can turn into cash by giving them less cash. That's how it works. Be the cash button. Make a difference in someone's life. You will. They need that cash to run their organization. That's number two. That's number two. We'll talk more about it later. Not right now. Going to number three. I want to move on. I want to get you off the sidelines, get you in the game. This one, number three, is called Partner Up. So, apparently, you're having doubts. I say this because I personally would have probably already headed out the door armed with number one and number two and be out there buying my first flip. But that's just how I'm wired. It just is. Having doubts is probably going to serve you well in the long run, but here's an idea that will help you get over those doubts and get into a deal before you get over the doubts. Now, again, you may need to do about 5 of these stops before you find your deal. But again, I expect your first deal will lead to a long-term partnership that earns you a lot as time goes on. So this is an investment. Look for a small car lot. Look for a small car lot or a mechanic shop, an independently owned mechanic shop, and stop in. Tell them that you are trying to get involved. Just tell them the truth. Remember, this is the key. I want you to tell the truth. You won't have to remember what you said if you'll just tell the truth. Tell them that you're trying to get involved with flipping cars, but are not quite ready to get a dealer's license yet. You're still learning. Tell them that you're looking for a vehicle that you can put a little sweat equity into and sell it for a gain. Now ask if they have, and this is key, ask if they have anything that they would be willing to be partners with you on. This is key. Do you have anything that you would be willing to be partners with me on? Now, this is likely a unique offer to them because most flippers just want to come in and steal the deal, fix it, and keep all the profits for themselves. They want to say that you got anything you want to get rid of. And they know that that's what you mean. These guys are smart enough to know that that those words mean something. But these words mean something too. Have you got anything that you'd be willing to be partners with me on? I'm interested in trying to put a deal together using my sweat equity. That that part of the equation can be worth way more than $500. That relationship that you can build. Remember, you want to do that. You want to make the money, but you also want them as a contact, and you want the wealth of their contacts and their knowledge going forward. And that part of the equation is worth way more than the profits on a $500 flip, or it can be. Like I said, you may need to make 4 or 5 trips to different places before you find an opportunity like this. And you may need to make multiple stops into one place to build rapport and trust. But it can be very, very valuable. It's an investment of your time. I'll tell you, yesterday I talked to a gentleman. I've known him for 10 or 12 years now. And it's fascinating to me to see how our relationship has grown because of that investment. Constantly investing in that relationship, always being honest, always looking out for the other guy, has created a friendship and a partnership that has been beneficial to both of us. It takes time, but it is a good investment. Partner up. That's number 3. All right. All right. All right. All right. These are 3 easy first flip opportunities, just like I promised. Or they could be new to your arsenal. If you're feeling in that rut, these are things that you can do. Like I said at the beginning, I could go on and on with ways to create deals, find deals, and more. But today is about getting new flippers on the field or getting you off the sidelines, getting you out of that rut. This is going to be fun. Hey, if you are a member of the Flipping Genius car flipping forum, please share your results from today's methods with everybody. Please, come on, tell us about it. If you think I'm full of crap, tell us that. Share it. Feel free. Tell us why this won't work, or tell us what you do that's better. That's fine too. Tell everyone what you do differently, or better, or the same, or whatever. Share it. Sharing is the key that we're trying to develop there. It's free to join. Free. FREE. Yes. Free to join. So come on, do it, join, and share. You can find that car flipping forum, the Flipping Genius car flipping forum, at Facebook groups. When you go on there, just search Flipping Genius under Facebook groups, or better yet, go to our website, flippinggenius.com. That's FLIPPINGENIUS.com, 1G in the middle. And click on the link when you get there for the car flipping forum. Join, and then share, and then share, and then share. And hey, while you're on our website, by the way, you can visit our resources page and save money on lots of great tools, parts, tires, books, and more. And you can have access to all 136 plus episodes of the Flipping Genius, going all the way back to the beginning. And you can also you can also access our Flipping Genius YouTube channel. I lost my mind there for a second. Subscribe to the channel, the Flipping Genius YouTube channel. Almost all of the episodes are now on video as well as audio, and lots of other videos too. And we keep adding to that and adding to that. We are the #1 podcast about car flipping anywhere. So please subscribe, come back, tell your friends about it, and Subscribe to the YouTube channel, share that with everybody, share it on social media. Help people make money. They'll appreciate it. That's what we're here for. The number one goal of Flipping Genius is to help our listeners and our viewers make more money. Help me do that. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I think I've said that 9 times now. and please consider becoming a member of our become one of our clients as a flipping team member, a flipping partner, a flipping champion. Like I said earlier, there's going to be more member-only content coming. It's coming soon. So be sure not to miss it. Be sure to join the forum and become a team member, a partner, or a champion. Got to remember my own wording here, so you don't miss out. Hey, I appreciate you listening, and I'm sorry to make you wait an extra day to hear it, but I hope that this helps you get out there on the street. So thanks for listening and watching. Tell everybody that you know about Flipping Genius. Everyone, tell them all. Let's work together. Let's make some money. Let's all become Flipping Geniuses.